Welcome to Sacred Wandering with Keira Brinton. My friend, this is a corner of the world where time stops, where the noise in our minds quiet, where we have soft hearts and we open our palms and we ask. This is a place where we receive. I invite you to join me as we wander through the sacred together. Welcome to Sacred Wandering. Good morning, my love. Today is a day of slowness for me, which is very rare. And I think it's because yesterday I sat with an author and we got to write her book for 12 hours, which is my favorite thing to do. But it's like after that, the next morning, I've got to really be slow and let my magic fill back up. So today's slow. And I'm just soaking in the slowness and the golden honey of intention and focus and meeting God and meeting my body. And now we get to meet in prayer. So we're going to begin today by breathing in from the crown of our heads. And we're going to breathe light all the way down, out through the soles of our feet, cleaning, cleansing, clearing our systems so that they may be ready to meet with God. We're going to breathe in again. And I want you to imagine like this is an air filter and it's light that's filtering out all of the dust and the particles that just don't serve you. And we're going to let it just clean all the way out, letting go of any attachments you have to anybody else, to suffering, to results, so letting it leave all the way out through the soles of your feet. And then we're going to breathe in one more. And this time, this breath is going to bring in golden nectar. And as we bring in the divine golden nectar of love, compassion, of mercy, we're going to ask that this nectar will fill us to the brim with joy, with happiness, with peace. And let's call in all of our angels and our guides today in and through the divine light. They may come and sit with us and hold space with us, that we may be in the deepest place of support, that we may not walk this path alone, that we may open our spiritual eyes and see the team that God has actually gathered for us. We're going to ask that light may cleanse our ears, that our ears may be tuned to the frequency of the voice of God, that we may hear the messages that God has for us today. That light may cleanse our third eyes, that we may access and claim our spiritual gifts. And that light may cleanse our lips, that they may be blessed and prepared and anointed to meet with God. We're going to breathe in and out. We're going to begin today with the message that God recently gave me. And it's a doozy. It's one that made me take accountability for some aspects of my life. This is the message that God gave me. Surrender. Unclasp your fists. Stop fighting for the struggle and allow for ease. Allow for pleasure and love. Allow, my dear one, you are the one holding the dam in place. Right, God, right. Message received. It's like when I was receiving that blessing, I saw this ocean of magic and wonder and abundance. And there was a dam holding it back, and I was the one holding the dam in place. And God's like, oh my gosh, Keira, just unclasp your hands. Stop being attached to the suffering. I don't know how many times I have to get that message, but it is a message that I have been given over many, many years. And I do believe that as humans, there's this weird addiction to suffering, and it's generational, and then it just comes in, and the hard things in our life stamp that, like, oh yeah, see, it is hard. Oh, and Well, there are many things that are very easy for me in my life, right? Like we just wrote a book in 12 hours yesterday. Like that's so easy for me. And like recording a daily podcast is so easy. And like how running a TV show is so easy. Like there's so many easy things for me that the things that are hard feel very hard because I'm used to a lot of ease. And so what I'm really working on is recalibrating my system that like everything gets to just feel easy because I just choose that. There's this memory, and those of you who've gone with me to Costa Rica to write your book, when we go to Costa Rica, we always go zip lining through the jungle. And there's this man who every time teaches us how to zip line. He always looks at us and he says, "It's easy. It's so easy." And I remember the first time I was deathly afraid to jump off of a cliff into the canopy of trees. And I actually had to have one of the guys go tandem with me because I was so afraid. And then by the third time I went to Costa Rica, I was going upside down with my feet above my head. And it was easy. And so I feel as though this message today is, yes, sometimes when you go first round at something, it is hard and it's going to create some suffering. But then you can do it and then it can be easy. And I just want you to feel that. I want you to feel the ease that's possible. And so today, as we go into prayer, we're going to pick up whatever is so hard right now, whatever this burden is, whatever just feels like the hardest. We're going to put it into God and we're going to ask that God will transfigure it into ease. We're going to ask for the alchemy of the hard to be transfigured into ease. We're going to breathe in. As we just let that burden go, it's not yours to carry. Unclasp the fists. There's a favorite quote of mine by Richard Bach that says, "Argue for your limitations, and they are yours. Argue for your suffering, and it is yours." And so today we release that. God, take it. And then we're going to ask that God to touch our cells, that our cells may match the blueprint of divinity, that our cells may match the blueprint of faith and miracles and belief. And then we're going to ask for a blessing, that God will place his hands on our head to give us the words that we need today. And I'm going to be quiet while you listen and receive. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, letting these words move through the body like medicine to the soul, like honey to the heart, peace to the mind. We're going to open our palms and ask God to show us what is the number one most important action that needs to be done today. We're going to listen and we're going to receive. And we're going to call on our angels and ask for their help today. May they help you find ease. May they help you find peace. May they walk with you and open new doorways that you once thought were walls. May new pathways unfold in front of your feet. Remember, you have been anointed and you have been called, and the paths have already been laid. May today you believe it, and as you walk, you see it. And with that, my love, thank you for wandering into the sacred, and I will see you tomorrow morning in our prayer corner. Thank you, my love, for wandering into the sacred with me today. It is always an honor to hold this space for thousands of us to gather daily in sacred devotion. If you feel called to deepen this practice and join me live, I invite you to be a part of the Sacred Wandering Circle, a private, intimate space where we share our daily blessings in a Facebook group and gather once a month for a live 1-hour session. We come together to bless the body, to pray, and to receive. There is so much power when we unite with others who hold the sacred sacred. If your heart is nudging you, you can find the link in the show notes. And remember, you don't need anyone to help you hear God. You are the conduit. God speaks directly to you. And your prayer corner, it lives within you always.